United States-based lawyer, well, to Nnamdi Kanu, detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Bruce Fein, has vowed to pursue all international and diplomatic protocols platforms to ensure that the Nigeria government complies with international laws. Fein stated that he would drag the Nigeria government and President Muhammadu Buhari before the ICC for committing crimes against humanity and violation of conventions. He said the alleged kidnapping and torture of the IPOB leader in Kenya by the Nigerian government was a gross violation of international law. Fein disclosed this on Monday in Abuja while narrating his experience in the hands of operatives of Department of State Services who denied him access for the second time to visit his client in the custody. The constitutional lawyer, who arrived in the country last week with the aim of meeting with his client and discussing his legal case, was turned back on Thursday, September 2nd, 2021, alongside Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor by the gun-wielding operatives. They were told that the officer who was charged with the responsibility of taking them to meet Kanu in an underground cell was away on special assignment. He said upon their arrival at the DSS facility on Monday, the operatives came up with a flimsy excuse that there was no approval for him to be part of the visit because he came from foreign jurisdiction and would not be allowed to be part of the visit. Meanwhile, at the end of the encounter, only Ejiofor was allowed to see him briefly while Fein was kept outside. Fein said, "I will be pursuing all international and diplomatic protocols platforms to see that justice is done and international laws and norms are complied with. Among other institutions, I plan to visit the International Working Group on Arbitration that sits in Geneva. It is an arm of United Nations and is a human rights council. We are going to pursue all these on legitimate platforms in the international community to make it clear that anything that transpires regarding Nnamdi Kanu's case is fully in the sunshine. It would not be clouded. An example of the concerns that have been raised on the proceedings so far is the gross violation of international laws. First, Nnamdi Kanu's kidnapping is a violation of international law. Yes. The more you look, the less you see. Yeah, it was kidnapped and it is a violation of international law. His torture, returning to Nigeria, is a violation of international law, and denying him access to his counsel is violation of international law. Fein explained that no state could set aside or renounce the principles of international law that applies everywhere, adding that the exponential increase in human rights violation by the Nigerian government had become a major source of concern to the international community, particularly the United States. On his own part, Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor said, "We went back today, but unfortunately Fein was not allowed to see him. I was only the person that was permitted to see him, but we insisted in coming why they denied him access. They were kind of vague in their reason. I saw him, Kanu, is stable and firm in his conviction." Yeah. You know, while I was going through this, I was like, could it be that because he's a foreigner and what have you? But they would have told them from the beginning that, oh, you are a foreigner, you can't do that. But I know if really it is against the ethics of what needs to be done, I don't think the man would have come all the way from the US to come to a place where you know that you're not going to be allowed in. For the first time, they said, oh, the person who was in charge that was supposed to take them in wasn't around, that they should come back. They went back. Second time, you now say, oh, you have not been authorized to do that. You know, meaning that they don't know what they are doing. You need to stand on what is right and say it to the end. Even if you have been asked many times or multiple times, you're still going to maintain your stand. But, you know, we saw all that happened during Showare's time when they were tossing them here and there. Even the lawyers that were here, the lawyers that are Nigerians, they were tossing them here and there. Oh, come tomorrow, don't come today, bring this, don't bring that. Where Africa is useless, but Nigeria, DSS is a criminal organization against humanity. Well, what do you expect? Thank you, Ejiofor, for being a fearless lawyer to Nnamdi Kanu. God will bless you. That is the only language that Nigeria government understand. Do it without wasting time. If not, they will soon eat up Nnamdi Kanu just like they did to MKO. Gestapo, oligarchy, police in action. They were relatively civil and professional under the leadership of Mr. Ita Ekpeyong. They are now displaying a culture of intimidation, suppression, and outright hostility to people. One day, the hunters will be hunted by the international communities. You guys should stop deceiving yourself by depending on the West, especially America. It's the same America that supported Buhari in 2015 against Jonathan. The only thing they can do is sanction. If they sanction Nigeria from something, now see the poor masses will suffer. It's just like the when federal government seizes a state allocation. It's not the government who will suffer, but the masses. So everybody should just continue to look like zombie. This is what we are not talking about. Who supported, who did not support. For the fact that some people supported Buhari to come in, doesn't mean the old people supported. We are talking about law. So this is not who supported, who did not support it. For the fact that you supported somebody and you are doing the wrong thing, doesn't mean that you are not going to be questioned. That doesn't mean that you're not going to be questioned. So to me, that holds no water. Buhari can't stop division of Nigeria in the face of nepotism, marginalization, injustice, hatred, and particular region. IPOB is formidable and you can't stop them. Good move. Soon, Buhari evil agendas and his useless Fulani kinsmen and uneducated DSS will soon be over. Where are the Igbo leaders? Bunch of egocentric leaders. Wallahi, useless sets of people. Is Ejiofor not a lawyer? An intelligence agency like DSS will not allow a foreigner to its facility. The sweet-mouthed lawyer may be used as a spy to fruit the Nigeria security network by this so-called terrorist syndicate, the wider animal already in cage. Grievous utterances. For the fact that Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in a foreign country makes it more logical for international lawyers to handle the case. The matter is no longer local but international because it involves different across borders jurisdiction. You think before the man came all the way from where he came from, he didn't know all of that? How many people have taken Nigeria to ICC? I raise my case. Charles Taylor thought supremo than this, but where is he today? So when you arrest, as you rest your case, kindly ponder on that. Make DSS they prepare to follow Buhari in 2023.